So you would have learned about audit risk in your AA exam, but however, you have to approach the audit risk part in a detailed manner, and you are expected to be acting as an audit manager during the case of your exam. So you'll have to report to your partner, you'll have to talk to the partner, you'll have to respond to create a report to the partner and all those stuff, specifically for the audit risk part. So you're expected to be on an experienced professional when you're writing the exam itself. So hence, you have to prepare in such a way that your thinking should not be at the base concept level, but at a higher level. So it's very important that you understand for this three things or three aspects of a risk, that is called as ISA 300, planning and audit of financial statement; ISA 315, identifying and assessing risk of material misstatement; ISA 330, auditors responses of assessed risk. Now, when I was teaching AA, I don't explain this ISA in a detailed manner, but for AAA, you are expected to learn this ISA, but you don't have to write the numbers of ISA, etc. Because even if you don't write the number of ISA, like ISA 315, ISA 300, it's fine. But you are expected to write at least as per ISAs, as per the ISA, as per the relevant ISA, so that you know that you are actually quoting the ISA, etc. It's very important that you improve yourself from a preparationary point of time. You have to improve yourself to a explanatory point of time, because from a preparatory standpoint, you are just for AA, you're just learning the concept and trying to understand the concept, that's it. But here you are going to explain to a client or explain to a partner, because that's what your major job will be when you go to any corporate. So your focus will be, how do I explain this concept to someone? That should be your focus, rather than how do I just learn this concept and put it out in the marks. No, your concept or your approach should not be to score the marks by just explaining the concept. Your concept will be, how do I explain this concept to someone who doesn't know anything about this? That will fetch you marks. So let's now go and learn the first topic, which is ISA 300, planning and audit of financial statements. So in this topic, we are going to learn about ISA 300 audit planning. So what is the objective of an auditor? The objective of an auditor is to give an opinion, right? So the objective of an auditor is to give an opinion. Now, if the auditor wants to give an opinion, does he have to give a wrong opinion or the right opinion? He wants to give a right opinion. I'm not talking about unmodified or modified. I'm talking about the right opinion or a wrong opinion. What is a right and wrong opinion? Let's try to understand that. Okay. So let us say that so let us say that you identified mistakes, material mistakes. I would put it as material mistakes in financial statements. Now, as an auditor, what will be your opinion? Right? So you identified mistakes in the financial statement when they were material, and you asked the client to rectify it, but they were not willing to rectify. So now you have no other choice. What is the opinion you will give? You will give a modified opinion. So this is what you're supposed to give, right? So this is what you're supposed to give. So you're supposed to express a modified opinion. But what if you express, instead of this, actually you expressed an unmodified opinion? Unmodified. So in this situation, as an auditor, your conclusion is incorrect. So this will be deemed or called as incorrect opinion. So is this the objective of an auditor? To always issue unmodified opinion? No. That's not your objective. This was wrong and this was right. And since you gave incorrect opinion, what happened? Since you gave unmodified opinion, your opinion was incorrect. So as an auditor, your objective is to give or express an opinion. That's it. So your auditor's objective is what is written here, is to express an opinion. Right? So to express an opinion, right? So to express an opinion, what do? You do a lot of work. You identify the risk. You create responses for the risk. You test the test controls. You collect evidences for the transactions and check if there are any mistakes, and then only you express an opinion. So it's a lengthy job, right? So let us imagine, okay, that whoever is watching this video, you are a student, right? So let's say that you want to go to Bangalore. So let us say you want to go to a city called as Bangalore. Wherever you are from, be it from the southern part of India to the northern part of India, or maybe you are from US or UK, wherever you are watching this video from, let us say you want to go to a city called as Bangalore. Okay, called Bangalore. The date on which you want to reach is on 3rd November. Let's say you have a close friend's wedding or your brother's wedding, sister's wedding, whatever it is. So you need to go to a city called as Bangalore on 3rd November. Now for you, what is this? This is your objective, correct? This will be your objective. This will be your objective. Now to reach this objective, what will you do? Definitely it's a travel. So you will plan for it, correct? You will plan. Now, in planning itself, I would say that there are two parts. The first part is to create a strategy. Okay. Let us say for instance, my example. I am in a city which is 500 kilometers away from Bangalore. Okay. And it takes around 8 hours. If I leave early around 5 a.m., I will reach by noon Bangalore. But if I take a flight from here to my airport, Kochi, my city is called as Kochi, and Kochi airport to, Bangalore airport will take 1 hour, and from there it will take another 2-3 hours to the destination that I want to go. So it will take approximately 3 to 4 hours. And of course, I have a family, so around 4 people are there in my family, so it will cost me more. So in this situation, my objective, let's put it as in this case, my objective is to travel from Kochi, a city called as Kochi, to Bangalore. Now the city called as Kochi to Bangalore is around 506 kilometers away. It takes approximately 8 hours by car and approximately 4 to 5 hours by flight and approximately 10 hours by train. Okay, and we have around 4 people. So we have 4 people. Now, when I'm choosing, okay, I want to go to Bangalore by car, I'm going to choose this. Why? Because definitely for me, it's my own car. So I just have to bear the petrol expenses, and the roads are really good. I can reach early and I can travel my convenience. I can over there. I can drive around the city easily. So that's the best choice for me. So I have fixated that I will travel by car. So travel by car. Now what is that? That is my strategy. So fixing how you're going to travel, that's your strategy. That is called as your audit strategy. So to achieve your objective of going to a city called as Bangalore, you're going to travel by car. That's your strategy. So what is planning? So strategy is more, if I say, it's a summary, right? It's more on a higher level. It's more on a higher level. Okay, I say that I'll travel by car, but what do? That's it? Take my car and go one fine morning? No. I will have to plan for my travel, road travel. I have to ensure my first case is my car is good and running. I've serviced my car. My tires are good. My engine is doing good. My music system is working fine. I will check the travel map to see where can my pit stops be. Can I sit? Can I stop for breakfast, dinner? What time should I get in? For breakfast or lunch? What time should I get in? Where will be the bathroom breaks? What if my tire gets punctured in between? Do I have a spare tire? Do I have the tools? What if my wife gets sick? What if my kids get sick? Should I carry medicines? So now see, the strategy gets executed to the plan. So that's what is important. So as a strategy, you just fixated that this is what you're going to do, which is a higher level. But your strategy will get evolved or fixated into a detailed audit plan. Into a detailed, which will get evolved involved. You will get evolved into a detailed audit plan. So in this, I will say, oh, you know what time should I start? Time to start. Should I take medicines? Where should be my stops be? Right? What time should be my breakfast? What time should be my lunch? What should I carry with me? All those things will, when I have answers to these questions, that's called as an audit plan. So, one thing you need to understand is that now, I hope you have got the concept of what is a plan and a strategy in a simple example way. Now, let's come to the ISA 300. Now, when it comes to audit strategy, an audit strategy will set the scope, timing and direction of the audit. It will give you what is your starting point. Like, I know that I have to travel by car because flight is expensive. Traveling is easier. By car is easier. So audit strategy will help you to set the scope, timing and direction of the audit. Scope, timing and direction for the audit will be done in audit strategy. Whereas audit plan is more specific in nature. You write down specific aspects of the audit. You will identify the risk of the audit. You will create the responses for the audit. You will decide who will be your team members. But in audit strategy, you will say we need a 3-member team. That's your strategy. Or you will say, you know what, we need experienced team. That's your strategy. Who? Experience means what? If you are a company like Big 4 EY, within EY, who should be your team members? How many years experience you are looking for? 5 years, 10 years? Are you looking for people who have done this audit before or new joiners is fine? That will be your plan. Strategy will be on a higher level where you will ensure what will be the focus area. It will help you to give a picture of focus area, whereas plan will be more detailed, extended and specific of your work. So the specific reasons why you are going to plan. Why do you need to plan? Right? Why do you need to plan? The reason why you need to plan is firstly to ensure that proper attention is devoted to important areas. You focus on important areas. Ensure that potential problems are identified and resolved on a timely basis. So as I told you, look at here in this example. Let's take the traveling by car example from Bangalore. Why should I say that, I have to take medicines? What is a problem that I might encounter? I can get sick. My wife can get sick. Right? Why should I say what time should I start? Traffic problems. I want to reach Bangalore before noon or before evening. So if I start early, I can reach early. Where should I stop? So that I don't starve to hunger and death. Right? Where should my breakfast be? Because my kids want to eat. They might sleep in the car for some time and they might wake up. So your plan will have detailed problems which are identified and resolutions can also be noted down, which will help you not to face these problems during the audit. It ensures that the engagement is properly organized and managed. Of course, let's look at this example. Let us say that you want to, very simple, you want to pass the paper. and you just have one attempt. Like an auditor does not get multiple attempts. Like he can give in inappropriate opinion one time. Next time he can correct it. No. If he sent out an opinion and it is wrong, he's wrong. Just say that for ACCA exams, you just get one attempt to pass AAA. Will you say, you know what, I'll relax, I'll not study, I'll take time? No, right? You will plan. How many times should I study? How many hours should I spend? Should I spend during weekend? What will be my approach, etc.? Should I watch the recordings and then study, or should I watch the recordings and along with that I'll practice questions? What we are going to do? So you will plan everything. When should I write the mock exams? How many days should I prepare for? All those things you will do. So this will help you to ensure that your engagement is properly organized and managed in order to be performed in an effective and efficient manner. This will help you to assist in proper assignment of work to the engagement team members. You will be able to tell them, like specifically tell them what you should do, where you should focus on. This is a high risk client. The focus area is this. Facilitate direction, supervision and review of the engagement team members. So it's pretty much simple. If your team members, you have experienced team members. If you don't get experienced team members, let us say that we planned, but we did not get, experienced team members, then we can revise our plan. We will write it down that, oh, you know what, we have to get it reviewed by everyone. Also, another aspect is, if it is a new client, okay, we might plan that, okay, there will be an EQR review, engagement quality review, which you have learned previously. Assist in coordination of work done by auditors of component and experts. Oh, hold on this part. Components, we will learn that in another chapter, but experts, like valuation experts, building valuation experts, share valuation experts, IT experts, if you are using them in your audit, or whether should we use them in an audit, is something that we will plan. And how do we coordinate? When should we use them? What way we use them, etc. That's called as planning. So whenever you see a company and you understand the company, you will know whether we need an expert or not. If let's say I'm going to audit a company which is like JP Morgan, we'll have so many IT systems and softwares, I would definitely need an IT expert. Because the company will say that our software is working fine. There are no mistakes or errors. Only when a software goes and tests it, software expert goes and tests it, he will know that there are some troubles. So the nature of the audit might change during the term of the engagement for a variety of reasons. All such reasons shall be documented. So whenever you start the audit, the nature of the audit might change because new things will come to light. When you start or when you go to an client and you say that this is what our fees is, you might say, oh, you know what, we have understood the client, all those things, we have done the preconditions, etc. And it was a less risky client. The moment you start auditing the company, you will feel that, oh, you know what, work is more. The auditor shall also address the ethical issues like quality management, whether, as I told you, whether an EQR is required. Am I auditing a client which is a risky client and whether an EQR is required? Am I auditing a limited liability company? Then an EQR is required. So I have to plan for that. I have to, reach out to the EQR and tell them that there is something client I'm auditing and I need your EQR assistance on it, quality management assistance on it. Are there independence issues? Firstly, you have onboarded the client, now you're going to audit the client, the partner who have got the client. Firstly, he has to check whether am I independent. And maybe whether the client has some conflict of interest, that he's saying, oh, you know what, there is another team that in your same company, which is my competitor. I want to maintain confidentiality. So that's all forms part of the planning stage. You get to understand better. You get to understand the situation of the client when you're doing a planning. Planning should not be a one-off process and are carried at the start of the engagement. It is iterative. So there is additional procedures should be constantly reviewed. So iterative means I planned my travel very well. And I started for the road trip. And everything, yes. While traveling to the road, I did everything well. Okay, I planned everything well. Suddenly, when I was entering a toll, my tag is not working. Then I realized, oh, you know what? I have not recharged my tag. Now that's a problem. So even though when you are actually planned everything in your audit, there could be situation that you could arise, might face certain troubles. where it might require that you might deviate or add on certain things to your plan. Second, your client might have certain requirement of certain procedures that you are supposed to do, because certain transactions have come in and the changes have been made, so you need certain procedures to be done. Of course, audit planning will you will require to fulfill the performance objective 18. So any client, any audit firm you work, you will be involved with the planning. Planning involves preparing the documents for the client, understanding the entity, preparing a understanding entity document. You will prepare a risk assessment document, notifying the risk and things like that. You will prepare what are the controls of the document. All those gets involved in the planning. You will create an initial PowerPoint presentation to know about the client, what will be the structure, what will be the scope, what will be the primary risk. All those things will be involved in the planning stage. So that's what is called as planning. So I hope you have explained the concept of planning. Now I want you to go and do this activity. So I'll be putting this activity in our notes. Please take a look at the activity and try to create a note for this activity, because this is a simple activity. I don't want to explain this activity because we can focus on a larger